I'm planning to do is to pick some stinging nettles and whack them in my ale and see what it's like, because I understand that stinging nettles are supposed to be quite good for your bodily functions, etc. Makes you virile. Not that I need that, but any road up, I'm going to pick some with my scissors. Right, here I am then, just picking the sweetest top bits if I can. What's the top of the bag? Yeah. A lot of these nettles up now, but yeah, I think I've got enough there. Successfully filled the boiler up, so that's boiling up. I've dropped my thermometer thing in it, but you can't see it, that bit. Where is it? It's plugged into there. And look, there's all my nettles, because today, ladies and gentlemen, the old farts do ing a gruet from start to finish, and you're going to watch this. This is my very first video where you will see me actually drinking the end result. Right, bloody good start again. Right, the recipe for me gruet is I'm going to be using 3.5 kilos of Maris Otter, full stop, basically. So I'm going to mash that in now because I've just reached mashing temperature. Right, so I'm mashing now for 1 hour. The gruet, pretty well insulated, I think. I've sparging now, got the sparging arm on. It's coming out nice and clear. Right, I've added a little bit of the wort into the boiling pot. It's about 3/4 full. It's not at the boil yet because I want to get the nettles in before it reaches boiled, so that I don't hurt myself. So I'll whack some nettles in. Put on my rubber glove. Right, that's the nettles in. I reckon there's about a couple of kilos, I bet, not far off. It feels about it. I've stung myself a couple of times, so they are proper stingers. And now I'm just going to add the rest of the wort and bring it to the boil, and I'm going to do a 60-minute boil. The nettles are in, and I'm just going to bring it up to the boil. So I've got a little way to go yet. Well, this is a bit odd. We're getting like foam coming up. I better keep stirring it. Ugh. Just to settle down a bit, I keep dunking it under. We've got a rolling boil, a boiling royal. So I'm going to set the alarm for an hour. The last 10 minutes of the boil, I've just put the coil in to sterilise it, and I've just put some Irish moss in there, and Sue is just grating the rind of 5 lemons and then squeezing them, and then I'm going to dob that in for the last 10 minutes. For the last 10 minutes of the boil, that's the juice out of 5 lemons, and that's the zest of 5 lemons. So this will be for the aroma, hopefully. Smells nice. Lovely jubbly. Right, 10 minutes on that. It's flame out time now. So switch it to off and water on. And time to clean up. Here we are, all star sand up and putting it into the fermenter. Looks a bit creamy on the top and a bit sludgy. Temperature 26.4. And it's looking pretty crystal clear at the moment. Right, the hydrometer reading is 142. So, see what it tastes like. That tastes quite good actually. It is quite earthy. Oh, bad, not bad. So, see what happens after fermentation. Right, I've sanitised the fermenter and I've got about 17 litres. So I've just put a blow off tube in to hopefully be alright. Pitched it with just normal ale yeast. I've got it off a Cooper's bitter. That's the only yeast I've got available, so whack that bugger and see how it works. For a clean up I think. Ugh. What happens next is that when I open the fridge, there's me band. I've got a band on this, kindly given by Richard Calm Biker on my other channel, so that was very kind of him. And I've just wired it up through the top there, like. So you got the sensor and the wire to the heating element round the fermenter, and this is my gruit. And I think you can hear it, if you can't see it, bubbling away. So yeah, so far so good. I'm doing quite well I think. That's how it goes. Any road up, that's the next part, the fermentation, so we'll let that complete and then we'll do a bit of bottling. Today is I'm transferring the Nettle malt beer into a secondary, which has all been sanitised with loads of bubbles. So out of that one into that one. And it's also quite a good idea now for the old hydrometer. It was 101.11 about 2-3 days ago, because it was very fast fermentation. So let's see what it is now. So it's a bit cloudy at the moment, is the Nettle beer. Well, let's see what we are. But I reckon that's 110 exactly. 1010. So that makes the specific gravity of about 3.8, which is nice quaffing beer. So time for my first test taste. Cheers. Oh, that's nice. That's quite nice actually. It's quite zesty. It's I can taste the lemony flavours coming through, and there's no earthiness. I thought there might be a bit of earthiness, but there's not. It's almost sherbety, like a sherbety fizzy feel to it, but it's not bubbling or anything. It's quite different. This is going to be a cracking beer. I could drink that as it is. Rock on. Goodness me, it's time for bottling the Stinging Nettle malt brew. So if you have a look over there, look, I've sanitised loads of I've only got a few glass bottles left, but I've got a load of these, like pet bottles, are you calling them? But basically the pot bottles, and I've just opened that I've got enough. So I'm just going to go from the secondary into the bottles. Right, the bottling's done now. If you have a look down there. So just got to get some of me posh old fart labels whacked on the bottles, and then patience is needed for 2, maybe 3 weeks, and then it'll be test taste for the nettle and malt beer. I've done the specific gravity, the closing gravity if you like, I don't know what it's called. Is it the closing? Certainly not the opening gravity, the finishing gravity, and it's still 1010 any road up, and I think that leaves the specific gravity of the beer as 3.8, 3.9, which don't sound too bad. So the next video is the test taste. Exciting times. I'm really looking forward to this. This has been my first video of my start to finish, if you like, and I don't know what to call it. I've not decided yet, but start to finish is not a very descriptive thing, so I need to think of something to promote me vids, if you like, because what I've tried to do is to well, I have done, actually. I've done it. I've done a brew from start to finish, from grain to gob. I can't say that, can I? Well, here it is. I called it the Old Farts Stinger Brew, because that's what it is basically. Let me just run over what I put into this concoction. I've put stinging nettles, about 2 kilos of stinging nettles, and about 3.5 kilos of Maris Hotter grain. And as you've seen, I've just gone through the all grain brewing system and used this the nettles instead of the hops, and for the aroma bit, lemon off 5 lemons in fact, and the grated rind. So here it is. Now it's not really cleared yet, but I can't hang about much longer. I've got to taste it. The specific gravity is worked out at 4.4%, which is quite nice. It's quite a nice ale-y sort of session-y almost. Perhaps a bit strong for a session-y, but not bad at all. I bottled it, according to this, the 24th of October. So the date today, I ain't got my bloody watch on, so I don't know what the date is. What the date is it? It's the 9th. It's the 9th. 9th of November. It's Remembrance Sunday. Bless them all. So, any road up, it's time for a little taste of this beer now. So, without no further ado, let's crack it out and see what happens. So, I don't know whether there's going to be any fizz or whatever, but here goes. So, I'll just hold it. Oh, a little bit of this. A little bit of this. There's a little bit of carbonation, so not too bad, is it? Right, let's pour it out then. Now, I've done this at cellar temperature. I put it in my fridge and I've adjusted the temperature to 13 degrees, which, according to all the Wikipedia and God knows what, that's the sort of cellar temperature for ale. So let's have a look at this. I'll stop there because I don't want all that going into it. So there you go. So it looks fairly well carbonated, I suppose. There's not much of an head, about I don't know, about an eighth of a finger. I suppose I could have poured it a bit bloody stronger. There's bubbles coming up, so let's have a smell. Now you know me in these bloody reviews. I'm not that clever. There's a floral smell to it, sort of a planty sort of smell, but I can't describe it really. It's certainly not earthy. It's sort of a planty. It's hard to describe really. It smells like a beer, but not a beer if you like. So let's taste it and see what it's like. It's quite a sweet beer. It's not bitter. There's no real. If you like the bittering, I don't think you'll like this. It's quite sweet. And it's got a very smooth finish. It feels smooth when it goes in, and it's not sticky, but it's a smooth sort of round sort of feel in your mouth. It really does slither down well. I mean, it's quite sessionable, I would say. You could drink a few of these. I think I would like it a little bit colder. I think it would taste. I think it's got that taste that would carry through into a cold, almost lager sort of temperature, if you get me meaning. It's perhaps a little bit too. The temperature's perhaps a little bit too high for it, I think. You can taste the lemon. You can taste the not citrusy, you know, where it tastes, you go like that, but it's just got that lemonade type of flavour, but not lemonade, if you get me meaning. It's just a nice. It's a very refreshing drink, and I should imagine if you took it down to a nice, really cold sort of mist on your glass type temperature, this would be very, very, very moreish, because it's not like a beer really. It's not got the bitterness of a beer. It's a refreshing. I don't say shandy-ish, but I suppose it is. It's got hints of that in it, sort of thing. I wish they'd got it really cold, because I think that'd be fantastic cold. It's one of these drinks that I think on a hot summer's day, when you've been gathering stinging nettles, you could take one of these out of the fridge and whack it down your throat, and it's a real thirst quencher. It's smooth. There's no bitterness there. It's got that tinge of lemon. It's got the almost countryside smell, not the shit smell. The nice I don't know, countryside smell without the, you know, not the farmers bloody spray stuff, but on a summer's day, this would be superb. So it's well worth trying. It's well worth trying. I mean, it costs bugger all to make because all you're doing is picking a few stinging nettles up, and you know, you're not buying your hops, which are bloody expensive, and 3.6 kilo, no, 3.5 kilos of grain, and a day to do it, I suppose, is normal, and you know, you're not far off 20 pints of this, or no, it'd be more than that, 20 litres, it's about 40 pints, so it's not bad. I think give it another couple of weeks, the sweetness will go off it a little bit. Very palatable. I think Sue would like this, actually, to be quite honest. Needs to be a little bit more fizzy for Sue, but yeah, I'm pleased with that. So thanks for watching the old farts from first start to finish, from grain to gob, if you like, and I hope you like the format, because I plan to do one or two more of these if I can. So cheers.